Every night, I wake up at exactly 2 o'clock a.m. Not sometimes. Not once or twice. Every single night. At first, I figured it was just stress, or maybe my sleep cycle was messed up. But then I started to notice something else. Something terrifying. Every time I wake up, there's someone standing right outside my door. They never knock. They never make a sound. They just stand there. I live by myself in this small apartment. It's an old building with really thin walls, so you can hear everything. The first night I heard it, I knew I wasn't imagining it. The soft sound of footsteps walking down the hall, stopping right in front of my door, and then complete silence. I held my breath, listening, but there was nothing. The next morning, I checked the hallway security camera footage. It showed nothing. No movement, not even a shadow. The next night, it happened again. 2 o'clock a.m. on the dot. Footsteps. A stop at my door. I slowly got out of bed. My own feet feeling like they were making too much noise on the floorboards. I crept to the door and looked through the peephole. The hallway was completely empty, but I could still feel it. A presence. Someone was right there. On the third night, I decided to speak. "Who's there?" I called out. The footsteps stopped instantly. There was no reply. I gathered my courage and threw open the door. The hallway was empty, but the air felt heavy, like someone had just been standing there a second ago. I asked my neighbors the next day if they'd heard or seen anything. They all said no. One of them even laughed and said old buildings make noises. That night, at 2 o'clock a.m., it came back. This time, it felt closer. I could hear breathing. Slow, controlled breathing right on the other side of the door. I finally called the police. They came, checked the whole building, looked at the cameras. They found nothing. They suggested I try sleeping pills. I didn't take them. Instead, I sat up all night, just staring at my front door. At exactly 2 o'clock a.m., the doorknob started to turn, ever so slightly. I didn't scream. I think I forgot how. The door creaked open. No one was there. But on the floor, right in my doorway, were two fresh, wet footprints, facing in, perfectly still, as if someone had been standing there watching me. I moved out the very next day. But it doesn't matter where I sleep now. I still wake up at 2 o'clock a.m. And sometimes I still feel like I'm not alone. Thanks for listening. If you liked this story, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more.